Good morning, Cypress Village residents, and welcome to Virtual Coffee Chat. My name's Ty Morgan, Executive Director, and we are very glad to have you tuned in to us today here on Friday, September 1st. It's actually very nice outside with the clearing of Hurricane Idalia, which we will touch base on a little bit when we return. But again, thank you all for tuning in and enjoy today's episode. I will see you soon. Thank you.
Hello, Cypress Village. This is Laurel Mundell, Director of Administrative Services. I want to start off with some really awesome news. We have reached 25% of our goal, fundraising goal, for the Walk to End Alzheimer's. And we still have 2 months until we actually are walking. So awesome work, everybody. So many shirts are going to be out and about in the community. So with that said, we have a grand total so far of $7,127 donated. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Keep sharing this with your friends. Keep sharing this with your loved ones. Donate yourself if you haven't yet. And next week, I'm going to tell you about a fun little incentive for those of you who give at least $250. So we'll talk about that next week. Regarding parking, so the parking committee from the Residents Advisory Council had its second meeting this week, and we confirmed a few things from the prior meeting, as well as began addressing some of the newer things on the agenda. And a couple things that I wanted to publicly express to everyone, this will also be in the September newsletter, is that we're going to do two new things moving forward. First thing is that the reserved parking in the garage and the A Tower Orange Lot parking lot will be one vehicle per household moving forward. So I know there are some of you in reserve spaces that are paying for 2 spaces for the 2 vehicles you have. You are grandfathered in. However, any new coming resident or any new reservation for a spot in the garage moving forward, it will only be 1 reserve space per household. And then effective immediately in the A Tower lot, it will be 1 vehicle per household parking in the A Tower lot. The second vehicle is welcome to park on the second floor of the parking garage or back in the employee lot area behind the healthcare center, either one of those areas. But we just ask, since there is limited parking for reserved spaces, that it's 1 vehicle per household. And that was agreed upon by the committee as well. And then some good news about the wait list for the reserved parking garage spaces. With the new plan and with how we've moved things around, Scott, let me give credit where credit is due. Scott was able to accommodate everyone that was on the wait list for a reserved parking space. And we have 2 spaces to spare. So that's great news. And again, that's what the reasoning is behind the decision of just 1 vehicle per household moving forward in the garage. In addition, another decision that was made is regarding golf cart parking, just in case there was any miscommunication about it. We are being clear that golf carts should only park in the golf cart spaces. Golf carts should not be parking in a vehicle's parking spot. So that's just, again, to give space to the actual vehicle. Golf carts have a little bit more wiggle room. They can squeeze in more so than a car can. So that's why we're reiterating that. But I'll have both of those changes in policies in the September newsletter. We are going to extend the Google review contest. We've had such good feedback from the past couple weeks, and I think a lot of residents are getting on board with the whole concept of how to leave a Google review. We're actually going to extend this contest throughout the month of September. So we'll give a whole other month for everybody to turn in their Google reviews, nominating their favorite employee to win that $100 gift card. So keep it up, and I'll work. The video wasn't included last week due to some technical difficulties, so we'll try to work through those this week and have a special how-to video on how to leave a Google review. For resident surveys and directories, just as a reminder, resident surveys need to be postmarked by September 8th. So please, 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 if you've picked them up, please get them in the mail as soon as possible. And for those of you, there's about 180 of you who haven't picked up any surveys. So if you have not gotten a survey, please stop by the concierge desk. We'll give you a survey, and it comes with a prepaid envelope that once you complete the survey, stick it in the envelope, stick it in the mail, and you're good to go. So please do that. On September 6th, we'll have a little party, a wine and cheese party in the main lobby from 4 to 6 p.m. just to encourage any last-minute folks who needs a reason to come to the big house to pick up a survey and fill out their tower. We're going to have a little shindig for that. So please get your surveys in as soon as possible. And if you've already turned in your survey, you can still come and get some wine and cheese. You deserve it. And then the last thing I have is for those of you who didn't pick up a resident satisfaction survey, please let me know if there's a reason for it. If you just can't get to the towers for some reason, if you need it emailed, that sort of thing, give me a call, 904-807-6116, or send me an email, and we can make arrangements on how to get that to you. I can have security delivered out to the houses or bring it up to your apartment if that's what you need in order to get those surveys. Willing to help you however you need. Okay, well, that's really all that I have for this week. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you around the village.
All right, hello everybody. It's Hector Gonzalez coming to you live from Ty Morgan's desk. I moved over. Katie let me move over since the seat was empty. Scary, isn't it? I'm even a little afraid. Just a couple updates from dining. First and foremost, Labor Day is a 1 meal a day, so everybody plan accordingly. Chef wanted me to announce to remind everybody that Fridays in Loon's Nest, prime rib is featured. So I know that we had a big crowd last week. It was very well received. I like that, the idea of that. That's really something that we've talked about a lot. Now that we're getting close to being staffed up, we want to be able to have some of these, kind of specialty things to look forward to every week. So we'll start designating some other meal periods for some, nicer little items like the prime rib Friday in Loon's Nest. We'll figure out what we want to do in Middleton's so that you have something to look forward to. Loon's Nest is doing a Sunday brunch. So there's more activity and dining coming forward. Still working on timing for breakfast in the Loon's Nest. We're starting to get pretty close with it. I don't want to give it an exact date, but I'd say that within the next couple of weeks we could be able to kick that off, which is another step in the evolution. Brianne wanted me to remind you about dogs in the dining room. We want to make sure that we're keeping, our little friends away from the dining areas because of sanitary reasons. That's really the only thing I have. I was just in here listening to Lester, and it made me think of something. Kindness is really important. We all live in the community. We all have our challenges, especially, with as many residents as we serve every day. Just be kind. Take a minute sometimes. Be patient. I think we're getting there in dining. I think we're getting real close to where we want to be. But we continue to raise our standards and work with the young people and with the staff that we have. And I'm really happy to see some of the progressions that they've made, at least in the last few months. I'm really seeing some of these younger people mature, be more responsible. It's first jobs, and it's just great to see. I feel like we're filling a responsibility by training them, working with them in their first jobs. Because if we all look back and remember our first jobs, mine was a pretty lousy one. I got to be honest with you, but I learned a lot from it. So thank you again. Let's be patient and have a happy Labor Day weekend. See you soon. Bye.
Hello, Cypress Village. Welcome to another edition of Coffee Chat. I want to start talking about Labor Day Monday. We do have a list going on for residents that want service Monday. I know when I started here, I wanted to make sure that we did the best possible for those holidays on Mondays, that we didn't miss everyone. So what we're doing is calling everybody, asking if you want the service. We're scheduling it for Monday as usual, and if not, then we'll be able to reschedule that service for you. I want to also remind everybody that the trash rooms in the hallways, please, boxes, do not throw them down the chute. That's only for tied up enclosed bags. We cannot throw any other items like wood or anything that may get stuck in the chute or brake once it gets down to the first floor. Please, if you're going to throw anything down the chute, it has to be trash bags that are tied up completely, please. Anything else can stay in the room, and my team will come around and empty it. I also want to remind everyone that kindness is the key here. I always make sure I talk to all my employees and always remind them that customer service and kindness goes a long way. And I want the same thing for all of our staff too, from anybody who is in our building, whether it's residents or guests, anybody. We all want to be kind to one another. And I'm going to finish off with the word of the week, which is storm. We're going to go with the word storm, kind of goes with what we went through this past week. And in Spanish, the word storm is tormenta. Storm in Spanish is tormenta. Thank you, everyone. Have a good weekend and see you around the village.
Good morning, Cypress Village. Just a quick update from the security department. I'm pleased to report that the parking initiative is working. I think we've had a lot of positive comments. We're still working the kinks out, but we're trying to make things better. The RAC parking committee has met twice now, and that group of individuals has been very helpful and informative, and they're a really good group, and we've learned a lot about ways to improve parking, and we look forward to just continuing that effort and getting the best parking for everybody here at Cypress Village. That's all I got. Take it easy.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Coffee Chat. Couple updates from the maintenance department. We made it through the storm unscathed. Besides a big tree over on Middleton Park East that showed no signs of damage and it fell on the house over there. Tree Amigos and Huffman Tree Service will be taking that down on Thursday. And it should be getting pretty much cleaned up. Tree Amigos is out there on Thursday morning and getting everything straightened back up and recovered. We'll be back on normal schedule Monday, but they will be catching up on mowing lawns and stuff like that. You may see some slacking on the weed whacking and the edging, but just to get us caught back up so that the grass doesn't look horrible and we can get back to normal schedule on Monday. With work orders, please just continue to put the work orders in through my office. We will be processing them as soon as possible. We do have a long weekend coming up, and maintenance is closed on Monday. If there is any emergencies, we will have companies on call security of the concierge, and they will get in touch with myself. That's all I got this weekend. Have a great one.
Good morning, villagers. This is Lisa Drew, and I am your Director of Community Life Services here at beautiful Cypress Village. Today is not only the first Friday in September, it's the 1st of September, which means you should all have your calendars. Calendars went out last night, so make sure you look for them. They are delivered to your in-house boxes. They are delivered to your kiosk boxes. Please take a moment, if you think you're going to want to sign up for things, to check to see if it's there. If it's not, we will get it out to you. So we want everybody to have an opportunity to sign up for things that they want to do. Speaking of calendars, it is our policy, and if you haven't gotten that information, I will repeat it here. We always post a calendar on the Cypress Village app the day before the calendars are delivered, which means that yesterday the calendar was posted on the app. It doesn't mean you can sign up for things, but it does mean that you can get an idea of what you might want to sign up for. It also enables you, if you are out of town and not here to get your calendar, it enables you to look and see the things that you might want to sign up for and tell a friend. You'll need to have a CLS proxy. We have to have a sign-up sheet. We can't take that over the phone or by email. So if you know you're going to be out of town and you want to sign up for things, get in touch with one of your pals and tell them what you want to do. Have them come by the CLS office and fill out a sign-up form for you. And that is how you can sign up for events when you're out of town. Wherever you are in the world, you can go on the Cypress Village app and look at the calendar the day before we deliver them. All right? So, again, we must have a sheet on everybody, and you can only sign up for yourself or whoever is inhabiting your domicile with you, whether that's a partner or a spouse or a child or a parent. You can sign up for those things. You have to indicate who wants to go to what, but you can't put names on the back side of a sign-up sheet. That did happen last month. Somebody put 5 names on the back of a sign-up sheet, and everybody thought that they were signed up. And they weren't, because not only can you not do that, but we didn't even think to turn the sheet over, so we didn't even know that had happened. So there were some disappointed people who didn't get to go to the luau. So just bear all that in mind. The other thing I want to encourage you to do is check in with concierge and make sure all your contact information is correct. When we send out messages, when we send out information via text or voicemail or email, we are going on the information that we have that you've given us for contacting you. Sometimes people have opted out of text message communication or voice message communication without remembering that they did that way back. So take a moment, make sure the information that you want is correct so that we can get you the information that you need and want on a timely basis. Okay, and that's that. So let's get into what's happening. So tonight's mystery guest is David Gum. He's a fun piano player. I do think you'll enjoy his music and be able to dance to it. So come on down to Egret Hall tonight at 7 o'clock. Next week, we have the Blues Brews Bourbon and Barbecue. That is an annual event sponsored by the Florida Theater, and this year it will be at Boeing Oaks, which looks like a beautiful event plantation, and your ticket includes barbecue, blues music, bourbon, and craft beer. And that's Thursday the 7th. Also on the 7th, Annette Anderson will be here for Clothing 911. And then next Friday is Annie Akins playing in Egret Hall. So also the other thing that you will see in your newsletter is I would like to put together a book fair for all of our Cypress Village writers. I know a lot of you have self-published books. We can't get all of you onto Author Talk since we only do that once a month. So I thought if we had a Cypress Village book fair, we could get all of our authors to have a table, and you can set up your books and talk to people about your book and about your writing process. So if you are a writer with some books to sell, I'm looking at having that in December. It will depend on what kind of response we get. But look for that in the newsletter and get in touch with us if you'd like to participate in that. That's all I'm going to say. Have a great weekend. I'll see you around the village.
All right, I'm back, and I'm sure the content has been very fruitful and productive for all of you viewing today, and thank you again for tuning in. You know, Hurricane Idalia, I'm going to take it as a big win. Granted, we thought it was going to be a lot worse than it was. We typically do that, but that's always positive. You know, on the other side of the coin, there's a lot of houses, residents, people that were severely impacted by the storm and probably don't have a place to go back to today. So with that in mind, we're very thankful for what we have and very grateful for what happened here in Jacksonville. But on the other side, let's just keep those folks in our prayers and wish them the best. So we had very little property damage. We had a lot of debris, some pretty heavy winds. I want to say the highest gust of wind that was clocked here in our area was right around 50 mile per hour. We had very little rain, which was surprising, but I think good, because we could have saw some more trees down. We had one substantial maple tree on on Middleton Park Circle East go down, and it did some moderate damage to the roof and the side of the house. That was probably the biggest event to recognize over the course of the storm. But all in all, the Tree Amigos crews are out doing a great job cleaning everything up, along with the maintenance team, housekeeping internally. We're back to business as usual the day after the hurricane. So very proud of my team, and thank you, residents, for your patience and just being real patient and gracious through the period of time that we had to buckle down. So Hurricane Idalia is in the rear view. The next item I wanted to touch on was Susan McLean. Susan McLean's last day here at Cypress Village, giving us 9 great years of service, was yesterday. We did a nice little party for her in Egret Hall with a big cake and a lot of pictures and a lot of memories. And, Susan did a very, very good job here, and we're very, very proud of the work she completed. And we wish her the best in her retirement or whatever she decides to do. So, Susan, thank you and congratulations if you are watching this last coffee chat. So, again, thank you. Susan's new successor is Ashley Miller. She used to work here at Cypress Village for, I want to say, at least 5 to 6 years. She worked on the healthcare center side as our liaison, who basically connected our residents that were in a hospital back to our healthcare center, was that liaison of information and coordination with case management. We're excited to have her back. She is going to take on Susan's role. She will be here effective Tuesday. We will do a meet and greet, reintroduce her to the community, but she's a lot of energy, really great gal. I'm very excited that we could bring her back to the village. Also, starting tomorrow, I will not be here for Coffee Chat. I apologize. I really wanted to be here tomorrow because I know we have some mimosas and brunch going on, as Laurel had mentioned earlier. So I hope everybody's enjoying the mimosas and the food offerings. But I will not be here. I am traveling over to Innisbrook, which is in the Tampa Palm Harbor area. And my son's got a big golf tournament. It's one of his majors throughout the year. So it's a 3-day event. It's Saturday, Sunday, and Monday with a practice round tomorrow. So I will keep everybody posted. Hopefully it's a good result this time. We've had a couple hard tournaments in the last few months. So anyway, more to come on that, but that's where I will be tomorrow. Also, Tuesday after Labor Day, we are meeting with the Department of Elder Affairs, and that is going to be in Orlando, and they are going to be talking about the Hope Florida programs through Casey DeSantis and Secretary Branham. And they asked us to stop in to actually collaborate with the group, hear what's going on throughout Hope, Florida, and also provide some of the content that we have gotten from our residents that have been providing Hope Heroes work here at Cypress Village. So we're excited to be a part of that, and we will report back to the community next week during Coffee Chat or in written communications. Also, Labor Day, we will have some office closures throughout. We'll put those out in the weekly update. I'm not going to run through those, but obviously it is a day that the employees get to take some time off and enjoy with their families. Hopefully some barbecue and good weather and maybe some beach and some good surf. I don't know, whatever you like to do. And that is going to conclude everything I have to provide today outside of my favorite part, which is birthdays. Let's see who has a birthday on September 1st. Oh boy, we've got two birthday gals out there. We've got Miss Jetty Johnston and Mary Lee. Happy birthday, ladies. We got no birthdays on the 2nd, believe it or not, but we do have two on the 3rd. We've got Henry DeVault and Alan Massini. Happy birthday, gentlemen. On the 4th, we've got three. We've got Miss Barbara McCoy, Jerry Pate, and Charlene Abarelli. Happy birthday to you three. On the 5th, we've got two. We've got Mr. Bill Rogers and Mr. Herb Mulag. Happy birthday, gentlemen. On the 6th, we've got Margie Deegan and Janet Opdyke. Janet and Margie, happy birthday on the 6th. And we're going to cap it off on the 7th with Miss Carol Blackwell, Miss Helen Murphy, and Mr. Harry Hungate. Happy birthday to you three residents as well. Well, residents, that's going to conclude another virtual coffee chat today, September 1st. Again, thank you all for tuning in, and enjoy your day and your weekend and your Labor Day. God bless. Take care. Bye-bye.